जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today is Thursday. It is 19th of June. It is Ashada Masa or Vamana Masa, Krishna Paksham, Ashtami Tithi. There are no Vaishnavas today. So we are coming nearer to Ekadasi. Ekadasi is on Saturday. Okay, so for today, we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Uddhava is speaking to Vidura, Krishna, the pastimes of Krishna. So he was mentioning that Krishna, so he has enjoyed in the Dwarka for so many years with his family. तस्यैवं रममाणस्य संवत्सरगणान् बहून् गृहमेधेषु योगेषु विरागः समजायत. And finally, that detachment manifested fully. And then after saying that, so people, except the devotees of the Lord, it is not possible for other devotees to understand the Krishna's pastimes. So because this statement, Daivadhineshu Kameshu Daivadhinah Swayam Puman Ko Vishrambheta Yogena Yogeshwaram Anurataha Yogeshwaram Anurataha. So apart from Yogeshwaram Anurataha, that is the devotees of the Lord, except them, Ko Vishrambheta, whoever understands the Supreme Personality of Godhead and have faith in Him, Yogena, because there are Daivadhineshu Kameshu, Daivadinaha Swayam Puman, they're all influenced by the Daivi Maya, because they wanted to enjoy their senses. So they cannot understand. Likewise, after Uddhava mentioning that one, Uddhava is describing another pastime where people will be bewildered about the Krishna's pastimes. How can Krishna's children can go and like a play the fun activities with the great sages, and the sages curse them, and then later on all the Krishna's family will be annihilated by themselves, fighting each other, killing themselves, intoxicated and killing themselves. So before he is explaining all these pastimes, he was mentioning this yesterday's statement, Ko Vishnum Bheta Yogena Yogeshwaram Anurataha Daivadineshu Kameshu Daivadinaha Swayam Puman. So yesterday we have seen that one. So today he is mentioning, so once upon a time in the Dwaraka Nagara, so the children of Yadu Bhoja Vamshas, and they were playing the mm, fun activities, the sporting activities with the. So during that time, they went and then had fun with the great sages, and then they have cursed them. They have cursed according to the desire of the Supreme Lord. According to the desire of the Supreme Lord. So we would see this kind of desire of the Supreme Lord. It also happens with the four Kumaras in the Vaikuntha pastimes. There also the Lord's arrangement. Here also the Lord's arrangement too, so that all of Lord's associates and demigods who have taken birth here, they will go back to their own positions. So after they were cursed, after a few months, those children, those families, Vrishni, Bhojaka, so all those families, the Yadu families, they went to the Prabhasa Kshetra with so much of great pomp and opulence. And they have performed so many of those yajna sacrifices to please the forefathers. That has happened by the Devi Deva Vimohitaha, so by the bewildering energy of Krishna. So likewise, Uddhava is speaking to Vidura. So we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, third chapter, verse number 24 and 25. पुर्यं कदाचित् क्रीडद्भिः यदुभोजकुमारकैः कोपिता मुनयः सेपुः भगवन्मतकोविदाः पुर्यं कदाचित् क्रीडद्भिः Puryam in the city of Dwaraka kadachit once upon a time क्रीडद्भिः by sporting activities Puryam kadachit क्रीडद्भिः Yedu Boja Kumarakaihi the children of Yedu and Bojaka Yedu Bojaka Kumarakaihi the princess Kopita Munayaha Sepuhu Kopita Munayaha Sepuhu and Kopita so being angered became angry Munayaha the great sages Sepuhu they have cursed them and which is Bhagavan Mata Kovidaha. This is the desire of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kovidaha. And Kovida is the cognizant. So likewise, Uddhava is mentioning. So many people understands that it is the desire of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Puryam Kadachit Kridadbihi Yedu Bhoja Kumarakaihi Kopita Muniyaha Sepuhu Bhagavan Mata Kovidaha. This is Bhagavan Mata, desire of the Lord. A translation for this shloka. So once upon a time, the great sages were made angry by the sporting activities of the princely descendants of the Yadu and Bhoja dynasties, and thus, as desired by the Lord, the sages cursed them. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, can I request any unallocated devotee to read this purport, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can
Yes, Mataji.
Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The associates of the Lord who were playing the part of priestly descendants of the Yadu and Bhoja dynasties were not ordinary living entities. It is not possible that they could offend any saintly man or sage, nor could the sages, who were all pure devotees of the Lord, be influenced to anger by any of the sporting activities of the princes born in the holy dynasties of Yadu or Bhoja, wherein the Lord himself appeared as a descendant. The cursing of the princess by the sage was another transcendental pastime of the Lord to make a show of anger. The princes were cursed in order that one may know that even the descendants of the Lord, who could never be vanquished by any act of material nature, were subjected to the reactions of anger by great devotees of the Lord. One should therefore take great care and attention not to commit an offense at the feet of a devotee of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, Mangalaya cha lokanam bhavaya cha kshemaya cha aste yedukula ambhodo aste ananta sakoho puman adjo ananta sakaha puman. So the Lord has appeared Mangalaya cha lokanam bhavaya cha kshemaya cha. And here yedukula ambhodo in the dynasty of the Yedu family. And there Sopuryam Yadho Achitaha. So this Yadu family are being worshipped by the great sages, just like a Mahapurushikan Iva, just like a Vaikunta people. They are very powerful. It is not possible for anyone to vanquish them by any act of the material nature. So the Lord arranges these pastimes. So as previously Uddhava also mentioning, So I have just removed burden of the earth one way, like the by killing of so many 18 Akshohinis. Now, what is about it? So my family is still here. So if I live here, they cannot be vanquished. So now Lord is arranging another pastime. So now the children of Yedu and Bhojaka families, they have done this Kridat Bihi, the sporting activities with the great sages. So the anything like if the sages are getting angry, sages they never participate in the fun activities. The devotees of the Lord they don't take any fun of the material things. They know that this is the Gandharva Nagaropamam in the Maya Rajita Matmani. Everything is like a Maya. If we try to do any fun or something else on the material plane, then it will catch us immediately. So, but here, it is the uh, Deva Vimohitaha. So, it is the by Lord's influential energy or the bewildering energy of the Lord. It is mentioned Bhagavan Mata Kovidaha. Otherwise, how can they can perform such an act? So here it is describing all these things. The princely descendants of the Yadu and Bhojaka dynasties were not ordinary living entities. It is not possible that they could offend any saintly man or sage, nor could the sages, who were all pure devotees of the Lord, be influenced to get to anger by any of the sporting activities of the princes born in the holy dynasties of Yadu or Bhoja, wherein the Lord himself appeared as a descendant. See? One side, devotees they do not make any mistakes, or associates of the Lord they never make any mistakes, or the sages cannot make mistakes. Just like the in the Vaikuntha, Jaya and Vijaya, they're guarding the doors in the seventh gate of the Lord. So these four Kumaras entered there, and then they were stopped by the Jaya and Vijaya, and then they got very angry. Kamanujena Sahasata Upaplutakshah. And because they four sages, four Kumaras, they were very angry with red eyes. And later on, they have cursed this for Jaya and Vijaya, and then finally Lord has appeared there, and then Lord says that Kumaras, do not worry. It is Sapo Maiva Nimitaha Tad Avet Vipraha. This Sapa is already ordained by me, approved by me, and it is my desire only. So you do not worry about those things. So that is he mentioned there. And also later on, he mentions to Jaya and Vijaya saying that once the Kumaras left, he mentions to them, uh, it has happened Brahmateja samadhopi hantum necha matantu me. Even though I am able to counteract this curse, Brahmateja samadhopi, but I did not hantum necha matantu me. It is I did not do it, but it is hantu na icha. It is matam to me. It is by my desire only. It has happened because etat pureva nirdhishtam. It is already ordained previously. Ramaya Purdhyayada. So there is another twist is there. So how Lord wanted to perform his pastimes in the earth, and also Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, she was a bit angry with Jaya and Vijaya. Purapavarita Bhari Vishanti Mayuparite. Once upon a time, they have stopped goddess of fortune entering into the Vaikuntha. So goddess of fortune foretold that these Kumaras, this Jaya and Vijaya will be removed from their places in soon. Likewise, goddess of fortune foretold. That is, Yetat Pureva Nirdishtam. And it is, Sapo Maiva Nimitaha Tadavet Vipraha. Lord says that it is by my arrangement. Similarly, here also it is by the Bhagavan Matakovidaha. So, the sages they understand that this is the desire of the Lord. Okay, so here the Krishna's family, Krishna's children are on one side, other side are the Brahmanas, are great sages like the Narada, Vyasa, and all other great sages are there. Okay, so Otherwise, they understand the desire of the Lord. And the cursing of the princess by the sages was another transcendental pastime of the Lord to make a show of anger. This is the show of anger. How it is, so this is happening between the Krishna's family and the sages. But how it means to us in our life, something also happens. We are all eternal part and parcels of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sometimes we may come across some devotees, we may come across the Brahmanas, we may come across the materialistic people. This is nothing is happening accidentally. Everything is by the arrangement. But each and every circumstance and the time and places, everything, it is orchestrated already. But how we act, it is based on our position. Based on our position. So here later on, Prabhupada is mentioning that one should therefore take great care and attention not to commit an offense at the feet of a devotee of the Lord. So we know if we make offenses at devotee of the Lord, it is one can lose his devotion and he cannot perform devotional service properly if he make any offenses or commit any offenses. And the princes were cursed in order that one may know that even the descendants of the Lord, who could never be vanquished by any act of material nature, were subjected to the reactions of anger by the great sages of the Lord. So this is na brahmadanda dagdasya na bhota bhaidasya cha narkashanu yam yonim asaugatah. And wherever we go, not only the human life, yam yonim asaugatah, different species of life, there also we will not be accepted by their own family. If I go and if we just take birth in the dog family, the mother dog and father dog does not adore the baby dog, puppies. So that is how if we make any offenses to the devotees, wherever they take birth, they will not be adored by their family itself. Even though if it is a snake, baby snakes also, they will not be adored. The mother snake itself, it will swallows the baby snakes when it is hungry, something like that. So likewise, this nature is very strong. And that's why everything comes at the making offenses or committing offenses at the feet of the devotees and Brahmanas. Tam Brahmadandam Anivarnam Astrapugaihi. It cannot be counteracted by any materialistic weapons. So one must be very careful. Likewise, Prabhupada is describing. And here everything is happening by the arrangement of the Lord. Bhagavan Mata Kovidaha. The sages understood that one. पुर्यं कदाचित् क्रीडद्भिः यदुभोज कुमारकैः कोपिता मुनयः सेपुः भगवन्मतो कोविदाः. And then further Uddhava says that ततः कतिपयैः मासैः वृष्णिभोज अन्धकादयः ययोः प्रभासं संहृष्टा रथैः देव विमोहिताः. So thereafter tatah katipayaihi. So after a few katipayaihi masaihi, few months passing, tatah katipayaihi masaihi vrishni bhoja andaka adayaha. The descendants of Vrishni, Bhoja, descendants of Bhoja, Andakadayaha, and others like the sons of Andaka, Yehu Prabhasam, and they went to the Prabhasa Kshetra, the pilgrimage named Prabhasa. And how they have went? Samhrushta, with great pleasure. With great pleasure, they have gone to the Prabhasa Kshetra. So before that, Krishna mentions to the Dwaraka people, everyone, saying that within the coming 7 days, this Dwaraka is going to be sunken in the waters. So he also, Krishna says to all of the family and in the Sudharma Sabha and the entire Dwaraka, he announces that part. Yehu Prabhasam Samhrusta. Later on, those people, they have gone to all of the family, they have gone to the Prabhasa Kshetra, but except the wife, Krishna's wives or princes and women and children, they were left just another town or city named before Prabhasa Kshetra. They were there, and then rest of the Yadus men and who are strong enough, they all went to the Prabhasa Kshetra. further samhrushta with great pleasure. And Drataihi Deva Vimohitaha, and they went in their chariots by and Deva Vimohitaha by Krishna. Deva is by Krishna and Vimohitaha bewildered. ततः कोपितैः ततः कतिपयैः मासैः वृष्णिभोज अन्धकादयः ययुः प्रभातं संहृष्ट रतैः देव विमोहिताः. A few months passed, and then, bewildered by Krishna, all the descendants of Vrishni, Bhoja, and Andaka, who were incarnations of demigods, went to Prabhasa, while those who were eternal devotees of the Lord did not leave but remained in Dwaraka. Okay, so there is no purport for this part, for this shloka. Yes, some of the like the women and children, Vasudeva, Devaki, and Buddhava, they're all remained back. Of course, they have moved out of Dwaraka before that Dwaraka was sunken in the water. So likewise, it is Deva Vimohitaha. It is by the bewildering energy of Krishna. ततः कतिपयैः मासैः वृष्णिभोज अन्धकादयः येहुः प्रभातं संहृष्ट रतैः देव विमोहिताः. So the sages cursing are those children of Yadubhojaka Kumarakaihi, and then this is Bhagavad Mata Kovidaha, according to the desire of the Krishna, desire of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. You shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, today letter to Tulsidas, August 28th, 1970, Tokyo. It's a small letter. Can I request any other devotee to read this letter, please? Okay, I shall read it then. My dear Tulsidas, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated August 18th, 1970, and I am so glad to learn that your center's activities are having their transcendental effect on the local population. It is sure and certain that if you all continue to follow the rigid schedule of chanting 16 rounds daily with vow, going on Sankirtana and studying our literatures, will increase your spiritual power to attract more sincere persons to Krishna consciousness. So, please see that all the devotees in your center are performing the regular duties in Krishna consciousness, and everything will be all right by Krishna's grace. Please keep your lives absorbed in transcendental loving service to the Lord and be happy. Your increased temple activities, chanting 2 hours before the altar, 3 hours of studying scriptures, etc., is very nice. Please continue this program and spread Krishna consciousness vigorously. Please offer my blessings to all the boys and girls there, Rishabhadeva, Vanamali, and Bhaktadasa, Ezekiel, etc. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so any comments, dear devotees, on this letter? Okay, so when the Tulsidas has written the activities of the center here, about their spending 5 hours a day, 2 hours for chanting, 3 hours for studying the scriptures. Prabhupada is appreciating that you have been absorbed in the transcendental loving service. So, and saying that you continue the activity, that program. And when we are happy, so it is so practical that when a person is performing devotional service and appears that so happy in his life, without any materialistic attractions and having a pure life, everyone will be very pleased, and they also wanted to come there and join. That happens, but one must have a pure uh, in his engagement. So Prabhupada is, it would attract many other people. So attract more sincere persons to Krishna consciousness. But for that one, rigid schedule of chanting 16 rounds daily with vow, going on Sankirtan and studying the literatures. Okay, that is the essential and core part of it. So books are the basis, preaching is the essence. So likewise, Prabhupada mentions. Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Any other points to be added? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter, and from the announcements point of view, today is Thursday evening. We have got Krishna book, that is with the Shyama Guruvada Prabhuji, and so now Wednesdays the Kirtan evening. So Gayatri Mataji is hosting and taking the volunteership to host that service, facilitating the Kirtan. Okay, and then coming Saturday is Bhagavad Gita at 7 p.m. Okay, so that is, these are our upcoming events. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj.
Yeah. My Prabhuji also went to hospital, Prabhuji, but he is okay. He got chest infection, so he is very weak. Then since Friday, too, he is in hospital. So please do for pray for him, please, Mataji, Prabhuji. He is still living there. Maybe this Friday or Monday they will discharge. He walk little bit now. Before when he went to hospital that time cannot walk properly. That's why he got very weak. 3 days too. Then we scared again. What happened? Then we took to hospital, but nothing to stroke, just chest infection. That is Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji, for sharing those pastings. What is happening with your Prabhuji. So we pray that he'll recover soon and then come back to the normal again,
Yes,
so that you'll continue your day-to-day activities normally without any disturbances. So we pray, all our prayers are with you, Mataji, and with your Prabhuji as well,
okay,
and
thank
with all the devotees who are all going through different challenges.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Gaurangi Mataji, Dhanyavad Pranam. Sorry to hear about Prabhu. We sincerely pray to Lord Nishingadev to, make him feel better, and so that he can come home and you can carry on your material services as well as your devotional services peacefully. We pray
Okay,
for that.
Mataji,
Hare
thank
Krishna.
you. You
Hare
all
Krishna.
devotee always praying, so that's why I let you know. I think about that. Then Paula Prabhu, how is Paula Prabhu Mataji? He's at home or he's in hospital?
Prabhu was discharged last Thursday. So yeah, last Thursday late evening night. So yeah, he's home. Since
Okay.
then he was recovering. He still needs some rehab, but we're still waiting through NHS. But in between.